Hi guys, good morning, and welcome to a day in the life, slow life edition, because I live a very slow life. Sorry for looking busted, but I did in fact just wake up, and Miss Honey is my alarm clock. As you will see, she will actually pull down my duvet in a little bit, so I'm gonna have to cut so you don't see my boobies. Yeah, we usually wake up and play ball. That's why she brought it to my bed, because she decided that I had been lazy for a bit too long. But after that, we go on a hike, and that's where I'm taking you guys to start my day. So I better get ready. And of course, that starts by brushing your teeth. I don't know why I included that. I thought that would be very day in the life. But yeah, walking is Miss Honey's favorite thing, and luckily I love it too. So we walk very far every day, somewhere between 5 to 10 kilometers every day. And here in the mountains, we do it mountain style, which means usually we go on hikes. Today we're doing a pretty easy path. We're going to a barranco, a ravine, so it's pretty flat. But she loves it nonetheless because there's so much for her to explore. We gotta practice the sits and the patience, and she aces it as usual because she is such a good girl. So she tends to always wait for my commands, and she's just wonderful. We're gonna be walking with my friend and landlady, Emma, who I'm renting from this summer because the owner of my usual apartment needs it for the summer. So I'm having a little summer holiday in the mountains. And I'm already breathing heavy, as you'll see, walking up this hill. So I wonder how it's gonna go today. But yeah, we're very excited. Here is Emma with her two dogs. The brown one is Barbara and the black one is Nora. And guys, just take a moment to admire this view. I am so grateful that I get to call this place home. I've grown up somewhere where it's always cold, always gray, always freezing, always stormy. So getting to see the sun every day and have this beautiful nature on my doorstep that I get to actually enjoy is not something that I take for granted. I am grateful every single day that I get to call this place home. Now we're driving up towards the path, as in the dogs. So cute. And again, we gotta practice the commands with Miss Honey, so she waits for my approval before she leaves the car. And you're going to see in a little bit, when I take her off the lead, that she also sits and waits until I say mira, and then she looks at me, and then I can tell her to go. This place is incredible. I wish you could see how majestic it is. The mountains are so high. It's so lush. There's so much vegetation everywhere, and the dogs just go crazy exploring everything. And trying to be a good influencer, I put myself on camera so you don't just see nature. I know you want to see me. But yeah, this trip or trek never gets old. It's so beautiful. I just walk around in awe every time. Here's a little camel toe and me. And it's just like the amount of things you'll see just walking this short trek. It's like 5 kilometers maybe, but you'll see, something that looks a bit like Austria, and then you'll be in this mountain stone paths, like Lord of the Rings style almost. And then as you get further into the ravine, it's like jungle starts to happen almost. It's just so gorgeous. And now I'm actually going to be quiet in a little bit so you guys can enjoy the sounds of nature here, which I'm hoping you guys will like. And if not, then just skip it because it starts now. guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We're heading home now, and Miss Honey is exhausted, so she gets to take a little nap, and I have to start going about the rest of today's business after giving her a little cuddle because she's just too cute not to. First, I'm going to go into the pool because I'm so warm. We have Kalima, which is a weather phenomenon we get here in the Canary Islands where, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like winds from Sahara that blow and then they bring sand and dust particles and locusts, I believe these insects are called, with them, and it gets really warm. Oh, Miss Honey joined me up here. So I'm going to take a little dip. It's like 30 something degrees. Oh, she gets in the pool. And Miss Honey likes to be a bit dramatic when I get into water for some reason, but it's cool to see how muscular she is. It's so lovely to just be here enjoying the weather and chilling out, if you will, getting cool. And I'm just going to show you guys around the garden a little bit because it's so beautiful. Emma has created all of this with her husband Michael, but I believe it really is the brainchild of Emma. She has incredible vision for what she wants here. And the view, guys, the view. On a clear day when there's no Kalima, we can see Gran Canaria from here, actually. Just a little Zen garden taking you guys around. I love walking up here. It's so cute. Oh, and there's Miss Honey waiting for me. I don't know how she got out, actually. I don't remember, but here we are. And now she's gonna rest. Well, no, because we're gonna play ball first because we didn't do it enough this morning. Guys, can you tell that I don't have a script? I'm going by the footage as it comes along. I'm sorry. But yeah, we like to play ball here a lot because she needs it. And I guess she didn't need it today. She said, no, thank you. She said, I'm tired. Okay, I gotta go shower and get ready so that I can start filming something else. So many of you have wanted to do like a get ready with me, so I decided to put that in here too. Here I'm taking some baby oil and dubbing it all over my body because I like oil on me. I have very dry skin. And then I'm going to do my makeup, starting with some Blue Tin Nivea cream and plenty of it. Lather it on. It's like miracle broth. It's magical. It's the only thing that cured my eczema when I had eczema. I love Blue Tin Nivea. I'm getting ready because I'm filming for you guys today, actually. So I'm doing my makeup. I'm using a MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation or something like that, or like a Radiant Studio something, and an LA Girl, I think it's called. And I mix them together to get like a color that's sort of my skin tone, I guess. And yes, I am applying it with my fingers. My beauty blender needed to be trashed. My brushes are effed, so we're back to basics. And honestly, I love how this applies with fingers. It's looking great, honestly. And then you gotta remember to tap it in. I like to use my ring finger and middle finger to like tap, 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 tap. Then I go in with a Wet n Wild concealer. I got this one because it was at my local store. I'm very just whatever is closest to me when I do this stuff, so yeah. And I just apply it in places where I want coverage or a bit of a highlight. You know the drill. Like, I'm sure y'all know more about makeup than I do. And then I use a Real Technique brush. Real Techniques, I always say that wrong. Real Techniques brush to stipple it into my skin. I like this brush. It just always applies the product perfectly, if you ask me. Then I'm gonna take a random powder. It's a bit dirty. Oops. This is the coconut powder from I Heart Revolution or something, I think it was called. And I'm just gonna tone down that little glow on the skin because it is looking a bit extreme, isn't it? And I do live in a hot climate, so I need a bit of powder to keep everything set and nice. And I like to use a little Real Techniques brush for this as well, just to put it in the intended areas. I like the nose, under the eyes, the eyebrows, and just, little random places as such. Then I'm gonna remove some product from my lips, because I don't like it when it looks like I have no lips. It's very triggering to me, actually. Then I'm gonna use a Huda Beauty sponge or puff, a little puff, to tone down the shine on the rest of my face as well. I like to use a puff over a brush, but yeah. Then I'm taking this Wet n Wild highlight powder and highlighting. I don't know if that's old school, but whatever, it works for me. And I'm using another Real Techniques brush for that, because I like their brushes. They're cheapish and work well. I put this all over my eyes as well, because why not? I like to have a little glowy eye. Yeah, this is like a golden highlighter, I'd say. Then I'm taking a Wet n Wild bronzer. Why is everything Wet n Wild? I swear it's not sponsored. It's because I get it at my local grocery store, or whatever they're called. Supermarket is the word I'm looking for. And I like to put bronzer all over. Obviously, I concentrate on certain areas like the cheeks and the forehead and the nose, but I do touch the brush to the entire face to warm up the skin everywhere. I like a diffused look. I don't like anything to be too cut and defined. That does not look good on me. It's not because there's anything wrong with that look, but we all have different things that work for us. I need something more diffused to look on me. I don't look good with that Kim Kardashian structure, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I just keep applying and keep buffing it in and just sort of warming up the skin. You know the drill, don't you? And as you can see, I just keep going and going and going. But yeah, I do love a bit of bronzer, especially because my face does not get as tan as my body, because I do keep it out of the sun a bit more. Toning down the bronzer on the nose, I went a bit heavy there. Then we're gonna take my the puff again, just to set the under eye a bit more. And excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I dropped something. And you're just gonna again pat it in, take down that shine. Then I take this old Dior thing that I inherited from my mother when she died, and I'm gonna take that pink color on my finger and just dab it on like that. And then I take my brown coal eyeliner and I use it as a lip liner, and I'm just slightly overlining. It might look like it's heavy overlining. It's not. It's right outside the lip, but you might not be able to really see that completely on the camera. And I like to use this brown. Browns look good on me, but just use whatever color you like. I always use this one if I'm doing like a brown lip, and I just overline slightly around the entire mouth, and then feather it into the rest of my lip like that. This is like a Pamela Anderson style trick that I learned from a makeup artist, Erin Parsons, I believe. She did a video on this. And then you take the powder puff and you pat it into the skin, and you sort of like blend the lip liner into the into the lip line. It just diffuses everything and makes it look natural, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it's a great trick. It also makes your lipstick last longer. It's really, really great. Then I take the bronzing brush to brush off the excess, and then I take one of my favorite lipsticks. It's Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria, which is like a brownish nude lipstick on top, and then after that it's sort of matte, so I want a bit more shine. So I take MAC Cosmetics Modesty on top, just to add a bit of shine to the lip as well. And that's usually how I do my lip, more or less. So there's that secret out, even though I've said it many times. Then I take take the same brown coal that I used on my lips and I use it on my eyes. Is that sanitary? I hope so. Everything is washed, at least my face, if you know what I mean. Well, I mean, there's not really much to know, is there? Anyway, you take it, you draw it into like a nice little winged liner moment, but you don't keep it like that. So it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect. Just get it on. Then you take this Q-tip and you diffuse the line upwards like that and just make everything soft, creating like a soft smoky eye, you could say, I guess. And you do it on both sides. Obviously, guys, I'm horrible at doing brows. I just take a brow pencil and I just follow my natural brow. Well, they're not my natural brows. I tweezed the living daylights out of them. But yeah, I just follow whatever hair is there and whatever. Who cares? Then I take this old palette. It's a Naked Fire by Urban Decay, I believe. And I take these two colors at the end. And I'm going to use them as like my contour color in the eye, if you will, but also to diffuse the eyeline. And I like to use like a little card underneath, not to make it super sharp because we are going to diffuse it, but just so that we maintain like a good shape, if you will. And you just, you diffuse it and follow it like that, and just sort of go over everything you've already put there to soften it even further, but also adding a bit of drama to what you've already done. And you do that as well, of course, on both sides, because why wouldn't you do that? And you just keep blending and blending and blending until it has the level of diffusion that appeals to you. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Just a little under the eye as well. And then it's time for the next step, which, do you guys like that? Which is to take a little puff and then just blend out the edges of that as well, so that you don't have too much crazy going on. And it's just like a soft, smoky eye, just a nice contoured 90s type look. Then I'm going to take Lancome Hypnose in the color brown something. It's brown. And I'm going to use that as mascara because I don't really like black mascara on me. Here I am doing my absolute best to not have an ugly mascara face, because there's no way I'm letting you guys have that. So instead, I'm doing a fake sensual face, pretending like this is how I always look while putting on mascara. Is it? Maybe. But maybe it isn't. I actually don't know, to be honest, because I don't film myself doing my makeup usually. And I don't notice while I do it in the mirror. So we're pretending that's real. So this is the look. I hope you guys like it. This is usually what I do. Then I'm going to take some Charlotte Tilbury Flawless something spray and spritz for a luminous soft glow, darlings. And I'm fanning that in. Then it's time for the hair, and I'm going to put some mousse in my hair to thicken it up, because I have like medium fine hair, I'd say. And I'm just going to put that in everywhere. Just get it everywhere. Get it all over. That's nice. Get it in there. Shake it up. Sorry, silly. Then I'm going to blow dry. And honestly, this is not very interesting, so I'm just going to skippity skip. And do my bangs nice and rounded. And they're going to look a bit silly clownish at first, but we're going to make them look nicer and blend it all in. That's looking like Barbie if she had a short haircut. 80s Barbie with a short haircut, I think. Time for curling, because I don't like having straight hair. And in a little bit, I'm gonna decide that this is enough, that you've seen enough of my get ready. So after doing like a couple of curls, I'm like, you know what? I'll just finish off camera and get to the next step of my day, because this is taking a long time. Here's the finished look, more or less. I still have to do some touch-ups, but And now I'm making breakfast / lunch, and I'm gonna make oats. Starting with, well, some oats that I'm filling up a large bowl with. And I'm going to add some cacao powder, 100% cacao or cocoa, whatever. So delicious, so fragrant, darling. I love it. Just gorgeous. And I put in a heaping teaspoon. Then some cinnamon, canela, porque me encanta la canela también. And some azúcar brown. I love a dark brown sugar. And don't be too afraid of sugar, darling. Just live a healthy, active lifestyle, right? Mixity mix. God, I love this so much. Then I'm going to add some kefir, and here I am licking it like a dirty, dirty girl. Kefir is super healthy, full of probiotics and other good stuff. And I love putting it in my oats for a nice little sour touch, if you will. Gotta get it off the spoon too. And then I add a bit of milk too to further hydrate the oats. I don't really do overnight oats because I like fresh oats, if you will. Like a bit of a bite. And you just gotta mixy. And I'll just add some more milk if necessary. And God, I can smell the cocoa and taste it too. It's so good already. I love it. But we gotta add more stuff to it, of course. Lots more. So I'm adding some banana, slicing it with a knife. I don't know why I'm showing me struggling to peel it or whatever, but yeah. So yeah, we need banana, full of potassium, very healthy, and of course it's just nice and sweet and chewy, and I enjoy that. Then I'm gonna add some blueberries. I love blueberries. They're some of my favorite berries, actually. Strawberries too. I'm hoping that it's what I'm seeing, because to be honest, guys, the recording thing is actually covering what I'm cutting. I think I'm doing grapes now. Yeah, just try to get some dark colored fruit and berries and stuff into my meal, because I've heard that it's full of antioxidants. I'm not sure if this counts as a day in my life, because I'm just taking you through the menial tasks that I do, but I'm going to pretend that it does. I need some coffee, so I'm having a little coffee break. I don't know why I'm pressing it so sensually, but I apparently thought that was funny. Yeah. There's not really much to say about it. I'm just making some coffee and mentally preparing for the work ahead, which is to cut up some more things. Then I'm gonna add some lemon. Like, guys, I love lemon. So I'm gonna squeeze lemon juice probably into the yogurt, and then I'm gonna peel some lemon zest into it. But first I'm gonna bite into that lemon. Yes, I love it. God, I love lemon so much. Full of vitamin C and such things, and I just love biting into it, even though it's a little sour. Ooh. Oh, a bit more coffee. And yeah, I also gotta have some almonds for that crunch in my oats. I love almonds. And then I need some raisins too for extra sweetness, because I'm a sweet girl. I got a big sweet tooth, and this sort of takes the cravings away, I'd say, for me, to like add some sweetness to my healthy meal. And you gotta eat while you cook, even if what you're cooking is a bowl of oatmeal, right? And then I gotta mix it all together again before adding some final touches, which is peanut butter. Guys, I could eat that whole jar if you let me. I love peanut butter so much, but we're just gonna put it on top. And I feel like peanut butter gives sort of like a cakey feel to oats. And what I'm actually going to do for you guys when I'm done is I'm going to do an ASMR video in this video too, so you guys get a bit of everything in one. I don't know if it's too much. You guys can let me know. I realize that as I'm doing this, I'm like, I should film this. And so I will stop talking, and you guys can enjoy listening to me eat rather than having a voiceover for this. And this is the moment I realize it. So I'll be right back. This video so far. I know it's like very different to what I've done before, but I figured I'll just do whatever comes to mind and then you can tell me how you feel about it after. This is a huge bowl of food, but it's my breakfast and lunch. So good. If I should make this into one long video or break it down into several small ones. Maybe I'll do both actually. This is the most hours I have ever spent filming. Started at 7 a.m. when I woke up, and it's now 1 p.m. I usually do not film for this long at all. next? I gotta check my schedule. But whatever it is, you'll be right there with me. Lo and behold, my schedule said that I had to be on my laptop writing my book. I'm writing a book about trauma recovery and also do some editing of the videos that I've already made. Then I had a little dinner break. This is just leftover, so I'm not filming it, and I'm watching some YouTube, which is my favorite thing to do. Love, love, love YouTube, my favorite app. And then when I'm done with that, I am gonna go play with Miss Honey again, because you got to play with high energy dogs. She requires a lot of attention, guys, a lot of attention. And I decided that after recording for like 6-7 hours and then also doing some editing and writing, that, you know what, I'm done for the day. So now I'm gonna spend the rest of my, or not the rest of my afternoon, but quite a while playing with Miss Honey. It makes her so happy when I spend time with her, and it makes me happy too. She loves to play fetch, and what you'll see in a little bit is that she loves when I chase her after. So we'll play a little chase too, and you know, she gets to, obviously she's far more athletic than me, so she gets to go away, and then she'll stop and let me take the ball. Oh my god, look at that cute face. And yeah, I don't take for granted that this is my life. I've given up a lot of pleasures in life, a lot of luxuries. I never buy things. I never do anything like that. I don't really go out. I don't do much because this is how I want to live. I want to be able to have money to live a slow life. My nervous system needs it more than anything, and I get to do that. And I'm really grateful to the universe and to you guys for that. Then after a while, it's bedtime, so I gotta tuck Miss Honey in and give her slow touches and her little massages. She loves to be pet and snuggled, and just look at that face. We're gonna go to bed now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is a very random video with everything included, I know, but I hope you like it. Good night from me and Miss Honey. Let me know if you want more videos like this. They were a lot of work, but it was fun.